pleasant day to you all. You guys can call me Love, and I'll be telling you a story for today entitled Sultan Barabas and the Beggar Child. It is only a part of this book I'm holding since it is a compilation of classic Philippine folk tales about fruits.
Ding 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 ding! Background check! This book was told by Neni Santa Romana and illustrated by Felix Mago Miguel. Neni Santa Romana Cruz is a Filipino author, journalist, critic, educator, and government official. She holds the position of chairperson of the National Book Development Board, or NBDB, and was formerly the head of the Philippine Board on Books for Young People, PBBY. Felix Mago Miguel is an artist, designer, and illustrator who lives in Bohol, Philippines. He won national painting and art competitions while studying fine arts in the University of the Philippines, Diliman. He has been an illustrator and designer for 25 years.
Wow, they're very talented people, which makes me want to read the story. Sultan Barabas and the Beggar Child. Why the Guava wears a crown. There once lived a sultan named Barabas who ruled an empire in Sulu, in the southernmost tip of the Philippines. Sultan Barabas was hated by his people. He was selfish and cruel. He was greedy and vain. In short, he was not a nice guy. He strutted around his empire like a peacock. He always wore his shiny gold crown wherever he went. And he never took it off lest anyone forget he was a sultan. His subjects giggled behind his back. They wondered what would happen if Sultan Barabas lost his crown. Would that mean he would no longer be a sultan? One fine day, as the surly and silly sultan was feasting on a meal fit for an army, a child beggar sneaked into the dining room. No one knew how he managed to get past the palace guards. But there he was, standing by the middle of the sultan's long and splendid dining table. The dirty, disheveled child pleaded, "Have pity on me, your highness. I have no home to go to, and I have not had anything to eat for 3 days." Sultan Barabas was angered that his royal meal was interrupted. "How dare you come to me at a time like this? If you are hungry, ask my servants to feed you," he growled at the child. "But I did, your royal sultan," the child answered timidly, "and they wouldn't give me anything." Sultan Barabas summoned his servants to banish the child from his sight. He dismissed the child with a clap. "Away with you! You have spoiled my appetite." But the child could only become more desperate. He clung to the sultan's knees and continued to beg for food. The sultan tried to kick him away, but the boy held fast. Barabas tried so hard to shake the body off that his whole body shook. Suddenly, the royal crown toppled from the sultan's head and fell to the floor with a crash. In his fury, Sultan Barabas poured a hot, boiling cup of chicken soup over the child's head. Even the royal attendants were shocked by the sultan's cruelty. Then an amazing thing happened. The beggar child disappeared into thin air. He was gone as suddenly as he came. The stunned Sultan Barabas tried to get up from his chair, but as he did, he let out a great yell from his fat body and collapsed in a heap. The servants rushed to help the sultan, but it was too late. Sultan Barabas was dead. News of the sultan's death spread throughout the kingdom, but no one mourned his death. Not his attendants, not his subjects, not even those who called themselves his friends. The hated sultan was buried without fanfare in the royal grounds. It was easy to forget someone like Sultan Barabas. Not long after, a servant of the new sultan noticed a strange tree laden with fruit growing from the grave of Sultan Barabas. Its fruits were colored a pale green, and each one of them had a tiny crown. The new sultan admired the round fruits and had a bushel of them delivered to the palace. The royal cook sliced the hard fruit with a knife and exclaimed, "Naku! So many little seeds, and they are so hard as the heart of Sultan Barabas." Another servant took a bite out of the strange fruit. She quickly spat it out. "It's so tart, So sour, she observed, as sour as the face and ways of Sultan Barabas. The fruits were so sour and hard to bite that even the birds ignored them. Since no one cared to pick them, the rest of the fruits were left to ripen on the tree. After several days, the mysterious fruit's green skin turned to a luscious yellow and gold. Children could not resist the fruit, especially when there was nothing else to eat. Its skin was now soft and tender, and no longer hard to bite. Once eaten, it had a deliciously tangy, sweet flavor. The fruit was named after Barabas, but in time, it came to be known as Bayabas or the guava. Ripe or unripe, the guava is a popular fruit because it is rich in vitamins. Its sourness gives flavor to the Filipino dishes like sinigang. The next time you see a guava, look for its crown and think of how much it meant to the selfish Sultan Barabas. That's it for our story today. See you guys next time. Goodbye!